A lot of houses used community like small garden to grow their own food. Uh, None of them use green roof because of the weather in Canada, but that's another option. Integrated solar technology, and like it's just a sample layout. So some of the features are low energy bills, reliable energy, greater comfort, low pollution, and it's affordable, good for future, things like that. And from builder perspective, they focused on environmental architecture, so using the local building products. If you're familiar with LEED, most of these houses try to get local building materials so that the carbon dioxide or greenhouse gas spent to bring it from, say, China or European countries or other is minimized. Also looked into high performance building, energy system, did the integrated design process. So when we launched this initiative, there were about 636 builders or team who asked for applications package. So they were interested in participating in this initiative. We got 72 solid proposals which came back to us. There were 2 phases, so 20 teams went to the second phase, and in the initial competition we picked 12 teams, but then British Columbia and Atlantic Canada didn't get any, so we wanted to have some demonstration home there. So then we had a third phase later on, and we added 3 more teams. So this is the timeline. Right now we are some of the projects got delayed, so the one house in Calgary is, they had inauguration on 12th of November. There is another house in Winnipeg which will be open on 22nd of November. And there are 3 other houses under construction, 2 in British Columbia and 1 in Atlantic. But other houses, we are monitoring them right now. So if you look at these, like, they come in all shapes and sizes. There is single family home, there is duplex, there is triplex, there is mobile home. So the houses as small as 1200 square feet, there are some houses up to 2600 square feet. We kind of gave negative points to bigger houses. Try to stay, like, that's a sustainability initiative, so try to stay around 2000 area, 2000 square feet. So this Abundance Montreal project is a triplex, so three-story condo, basically townhouse, and so roughly it's about 800 square feet. The roofs have insulation R70, walls are R45, and so without any alternative source of energy, they reached up to 85 on an energy scale, and then 50 reached 100 by using PV panels. So these are the PV panels on this. This is a factory built house, something like this one, Aloe Homes, build that in Eastman, Quebec. The only different thing, this is about 2500 square feet house. The other thing was they are tapping the heat generated below the PV panels. So once the light hits the PV photovoltaic panels, and these are glass which gets heated up. So they were tapping that air and they used that to heat the house. A portion of, like, it won't give 100% of heating requirement, but about 15% came from that. This is another house. It's a single in a rural community. Hudson. This is like surrounded by a forest area. Like this is totally net zero home. They produce their own vegetables. They have vegetable garden, and they also have like chickens and things like that. They have a electric car that they use. So they have like zero carbon footprint on their house. They use one of the Zen cars manufactured in Toronto, I think. It's a like plug-in power. This is another triplex project in Toronto. So this is like side by side. Another you saw was one over another. This project didn't go through. This is a very interesting project. This is 1940 built, World War II built house, and that was totally retrofitted to be net zero. Actually, we didn't achieve net zero. We reached up to 94 on 100, so pretty close. Like if you add about 5 more PV panels, you'll be net zero. If you can find the roof space, and that is another issue. Like if you build a very small house, you won't have enough roof space to put these PV panels.
So what they do? They put another wall around the outside, or double?
Like if you have space, if you have land, then you can put vertically, like on a metal frame, or angle it outside the roof. But if you are limited with land, like most of these houses are built in city, so you're restricted by land, how much land you have, then it's difficult. This is a house in Ottawa. It's about more than 3,000 square feet house. And looks just like normal.
The R values for the walls, do they include the windows or are they just the wall?
Pardon?
The
Oh
R
no,
values-
no, R values of window is totally different, because generally
yeah, but you could average it out, supposedly. That figure.
no, that's only wall.
Only for the wall.
Only wall. Like if I say R50 or say R57 in this one, that's only wall. Because we tested even quadruple glazed window with R1 fill and fiberglass. So top of the line window is only 8.
It strikes me a lot of these have low R wall values, so they haven't put in double walls or anything.
Some of them have used SIP panels, structurally insulated panels. The house, there's a house in Riverdale which I will get into details. They use double 2x4 stud walls. The house in Calgary, they use 2x2 and 2x4. They sandwich them together. It seems like those are cheaper than SIP panels or using ICF, because anybody can do it. A regular framer can build it. So there is no premium attached to those things, and you can put a lot of insulation in that because those are thick walls. This is a affordable housing project in Winnipeg, which will be open next week by Winnipeg Housing Rehabilitation Corporation. So it's a duplex. One side is R2000 and another side is net zero house. And this is a project which couldn't go through. This was supposed to be a Aboriginal housing project, which will be a factory-built housing. But the team couldn't get the land. Like first they talked with one band, and then something happened. They never had a written agreement to get the land. So then they switched to different band, and the time they were taking too much time. So this project didn't go ahead in Saskatchewan. But I'm glad now we have Rico homes, which is similar kind. And this is another project in Eco Haven in Calgary. This is also a net